This is a crappy way to see her.
Hi, handsome man.
What's happening?
Hi, look at those beautiful babies.
Remember your grandma from the pictures? And she sent you all those toys?
The hospital said no, and he told us, look, they were going to take her to the hospital for the night, but she made it through the night, and we were going to take her home to pass.
Right.
And they took her off the oxygen, and by the time we got her in the wheelchair, she
Grandma Lola loves you.
They had to get her back in the hospital bed.
I do.
Get her back up to
She's looking at me
breathing
like I'm some type of freak.
And he informed us that, look, I can
Where
use
did
my
you get
job
that
order
curly
for
hair
meeting
from?
her. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad. I mean, you don't have enough to deal with as it is. You don't want to keep moving her.
Running on 85% oxygen.
What is it supposed to be?
The hospice house can only do 4%.
Yeah.
She's on.
You're so pretty.
Yeah, she was on 85%.
You're so pretty.
Oh well, right now she's running at 100% oxygen going into
That's
the
beautiful.
world.
Beautiful
I
baby.
told her before he died,
Thank
man.
you.
If he lived,
Honey, your goddamn grandkids, enjoy them. And they don't need to see a drunken grandpa. I do worry about that. You really need to take the time. That's one of the main reasons I quit doing drugs and
So it's been about a week since my mom passed away, and for the most part I've been pretty absent from social media, and that's because I've just been trying to figure out how to cope with everything and just get organized again after something like that. It's pretty traumatic, and I'm just trying to do everything possible to where I can really just start living the happiest life possible. The couple days like following her passing, I guess I was just emotionally and physically drained. It took us about 4.5 hours to get to where she was at, and then I had anxiety bad enough, and then it was just raining on the way there, and you guys know that I have anxiety just being in cars and stuff after that accident, and so I was just so drained just from crying so much and just the anxiety, and I just ran like on adrenaline for a few days because I didn't sleep really much just for a few days, and I wasn't really eating as much. And so I got home, and immediately I just wanted to do everything possible to keep myself busy. I had Olivia's 3rd birthday party 3 days after she had passed away, so I had to stay busy just planning that and getting everything together. And then I still wanted just to work immediately. I didn't really take much time off. Cora's here. Hi, baby. I didn't want to take much time off, and so I came home and I was just trying to do work, and I still am just trying to work so much because that keeps my mind occupied. And it's like my body, it just wants to really do nothing and just like stay in bed and kind of be, I guess, depressed about everything. But just my mind is telling me that I just can't really give up like that. And I have 2 little girls that need my attention, and they need a happy mom. And I can't give up on my goals and dreams. If anything, this situation has made me even more just like motivated to make things happen for myself. I got home and I needed like a really big change, and so I decided to switch rooms with the girls. And that means I took everything from their room and put it in ours, and everything that we had into theirs, and now everything has just been so scattered and just way more messy than I would like it to be. And you guys can see like our room right now. It's just messy. It's just a mess, and it's hard. Whereas just like much as I'm trying, like I cannot get as organized as possible right now. I have like no energy, but I really need to get organized because just having everything organized just makes me feel a whole lot better. So I need to really get basically my crap together. I don't know if I really want to go into just like full details about what I saw and everything with my mom. The good news is that she did get to meet her grandkids. And so that is something that definitely makes my heart happy, is that we were able to get there in time. We had gotten a phone call basically saying that my mom only has like a couple hours to live. If not, she won't live through the night. And I just, in that moment, even though like I knew it was a possibility and I knew it was gonna happen, I kind of broke down, and I just sat in my room and I cried for a little bit, just trying to like pull myself together enough to just go out into the living room and tell Robbie like, hey, we need to hurry up and pack our bags and make this long trip with our girls. And it was already like 6 o'clock in the evening, and so that was going to be a long drive for the kids. Thankfully, they slept the entire way. I did not, just because my anxiety was just on like the ultimate high. Even on the drive there, I even started crying and telling Robbie just to like pull over. And he didn't. Thankfully, he didn't, because he wanted to get me there as soon as possible. But I wanted him to pull over just so I could just breathe and kind of compose myself. But that just didn't happen. But we got there pretty late, maybe midnight, and then I stayed up with her at the hospital until around 3 or 4 in the morning. And then we went to a hotel, and I didn't sleep. I was just on and off sleeping. And so I woke up around 7, just wide awake. Just that like feeling, just wondering if she had like passed away while I was sleeping. And thankfully she didn't. And the next day we went back, and I mean, she passed away that next day, and we were sitting right next to her when she took her last breath, and we were there with her final day. I didn't let the girls in. Initially, they met my mom when we first got there, and they spent some time with her then, but the next day I didn't want them in the room or just to witness too much of that stuff, because it was just a lot going on, and I'm sure it's just confusing to a little toddler, and so I didn't want to expose her, Olivia, to too much. Cora is still so young. But it's definitely, the whole thing was pretty life-changing, and I can tell you that I didn't expect to care as much as I ended up caring. And I just had like a whole new perspective kind of my mom on her final day. And I don't know, I'm thankful that a lot of people in my life and a lot of you guys who have been following me encouraged me to go and see her when we did. And I feel like I would have had a lot of regret if I didn't show up. And so I'm glad we were able to make that drive. And unexpectedly, legally, I'm in charge of what happens after she had passed away, and I wasn't prepared for that, and I didn't know that that was something that I was gonna have to handle. And so well, me and my brother are legally in charge of basically what happens like with her body and all of her belongings and things like that. And my brother has been such just a strong trooper, just really taking the reins for the most part, because I just, as soon as she passed away, I just wanted to come home. I wanted to come back to my safe spot, and I wanted to just get my girls away from just all of that. But the process is right now that my mom is supposed to be getting cremated. She was an organ donor, so they did that part. And then she's supposed to be cremated, and we're trying to see if we can possibly make payments, because it turns out that it's well over $2,000 to get all this taken care of. And so that's been just a lot to handle as well. And then my friend offered like putting together a GoFundMe, and my brother had said that I mean, he's just not comfortable with a GoFundMe because he doesn't want people to think that that we just can't handle, you know, arrangements and everything. And that's totally understandable. And so I'm going to try to hustle more and try to figure out what I can do, because I'm not going to let him pay for everything himself, because it is my responsibility now too. And so I have to figure out some way to make this happen. He said he wants to try to talk to the funeral home and see if they will let us make payments. The bad thing about that is that means that every single month, like, we have to keep thinking about this, you know? Like, if you're able to pay it off sooner, then it's something that we can move past and move on with our lives. But if this is something that we're just gonna have to keep budgeting for and taking money out for, then it's like, I don't know, for me, I think it makes it harder to move on. But as of right now, I'm just not gonna go into any details about what was said and what was just everything that had happened there with my mom. I did take photos and I did take some footage of things, and I think I'm gonna keep a lot of that footage to myself, because it is very personal, and a lot of it is graphic, and it is something that I kind of want to just keep to myself. And the main reason why I took pictures and everything was to show my kids when they get older that, you know, you did meet your grandma. And then for me, I found great comfort just in the couple days after she had passed away. I just kept watching these videos, even though they were I mean, a lot of the videos were just really traumatic. I mean, you're watching someone, and it wasn't just someone, I was watching my mom literally pass away. But those videos, I just found like comfort in them, and that's so strange to me that I felt that way. And I don't know if it was just like because I felt like she was still with us and the whole situation happened, but I still find comfort in those videos. Maybe eventually I'll talk about everything that happened, but for now it's just too soon. And from this point on, I'm just really going to try to do everything in my power to move on and use this situation as motivation to really live the best life possible. And so I'm gonna hustle so hard, and I'm really gonna try to get just this book of mine done, and just work every single night and help other people just to see what I could do to just try to live our best lives. But yeah, I'm going to try to move forward as positively as possible, and I'm going to try to just live a happier and healthier life. And I just am going to start getting back into the routine of things, and I appreciate all of you guys just being so patient with me.